YouTube world? We are KRT LYFE, KRT LYFE with the Y, and today's vlog is all about coffee because vloggers drink a lot of coffee.
They have to.
Survival. Alright, so today we're going to be talking about coffee. As you know, I'm your brother Reza, and this is your beautiful and lovely sister Kat. And coffee is one of those things that vloggers love, especially because of vloggers like Peter McKinnon and other people like that who've made coffee into this thing that is a big part of their vlogs. And so Sister Kat will tell you about our world of coffee and how we make our coffee.
Well, our world of coffee is pure survival.
Yes.
Because the energy level goes down by the time we have to shoot something. So in order to get it back up, we actually acquired this thing. Mm-hmm. This is an espresso machine. We've had it for almost a year. We came across one by accident. We had one in one of the Airbnbs we stayed. And that one was smaller and like a little bit older technology.
Oh, that's right, in Baltimore.
Yep.
I forgot about that.
When we came from Iceland, and the coffee came out so amazing out of that machine. I think we just made espresso, but it came out so creamy. It was no different than you would go get a cup of coffee at Starbucks or Caribou Coffee or anywhere else you get it. So after a research, as you guys know, we're frugal people. Mm-hmm. Finally, I gave in and I'm like, okay, fine, I'll buy one. So I spent $120 on this coffee machine.
Wow, I didn't know it cost that much.
Yes, and that was on sale. I got this off of Amazon. I think there is 3 different companies or 4 different companies make it. So Nespresso is one, and then Nespresso partner up with the one that we have is DeLonghi. Is that what you say?
DeLonghi.
Whatever that is. I know KitchenAid, and there was one more is Breville.
Breville? I don't know. And the mic just fell down.
So the one that we got, as you can see, is DeLonghi, whatever. Mic is not working today. I think it's tired. It probably needs coffee.
The mic needs coffee. Hold on. Let's get this mic right. There we go.
So the cool part behind these machines is that they make regular American coffee and they make espresso coffee without any extra hassle of, making espresso. If some of you guys actually own the real espresso machines. And when you make American coffee, the technology is different. So you have to buy these pods to put in there. They all metal, aluminum, I guess, whatever they are.
Yeah, aluminum.
Yeah, and they have these barcodes on them. So depending on which flavor you get, the barcodes are different. And the sizes of these are different. So we have 2 different sizes. We have double espresso, and I think this one is 8-ounce coffee, which just regular cup of coffee. But there's 5 different sizes that you can make, which means obviously you'll make a different size.
So 5 different sizes with one of these cup, or 5 different? Or you have to have a cup.
Different cup for different size.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
So there's espresso, there's double espresso, then there is Gran Lungo, which is 5-ounce coffee, then a regular cup of coffee, which is 8-ounce, and then 14-ounce cup of coffee, which is called Alto. So you can make like a really big jug of coffee if you want. Yeah, we don't even have those. I use double espresso when we really need like something to wake you up like this, or a regular cup of coffee, which is 8-ounce. So these capsules come in these things. So this is a really fancy looking one. This is a holiday edition. I think there's 10 of them in here. And
don't know.
I think there's 10 capsules in here. So, and typically one of these run about $10 to $12
or something.
Yeah, $10 to $12 depending on the sizes. So, if you making like espresso, they're gonna come up. Pretty much your cup of coffee is gonna cost you about 75 cents. Mm-hmm. These I think cost $1.25 at the end. Like when you make, like one capsule comes out to $1.25, and it's a regular cup of coffee. So
it's a lot cheaper than going to Starbucks.
Yes, because the Starbucks is going to run you like $5 minimum. Mm. So these have barcodes, and depending on the flavor and depending on each capsule also has different amount of caffeine in there. So there is, I think they're going up to level 12. I've never even tried 12. I think the strongest
Probably
one
really
I had
strong.
was 10 or 11. And yeah, that stuff is definitely strong. And of course they have decaf. So when you put this thing inside, so first you have to turn this on. Then you have this top
Green
part is
part
gonna
that
like, yeah,
illuminates.
it's gonna flash. Once it stops flashing, that means it's heated up. Usually it takes about, I think, 10 to 14 seconds or something like this.
It's not too bad.
No. I guess let's make this double espresso because I have a smaller cup.
So, okay, so let me ask you this. Now, I'm going to tell y'all out there, like, so in the world, when it comes to the world of coffee, first of all, I don't know how to use this machine. Never used it before, even though it's in
Our
house.
daughter does know how to use it.
Yeah. I just never tried because she always does the coffee making
It's on.
thing. So now this thing is ready. And, but I am very, no, go ahead. You can go ahead and make it. Unless you're going to talk.
No, I was gonna
Oh,
say
yeah,
how
go
to
for it.
use it real quick. So you just press this one time and it opens automatically.
Ooh.
All the old pods staying in here. Once you open it, you don't have to take it out like Starbucks Keurig or any of those other ones, you know, with the regular cups and throw it out. It just goes automatically, pushes it into this container at the very back, and you just empty it eventually.
So that's what that is. Okay.
Yes. So all you do is just put this thing in, press it down, it pushes it through. Well, let's move this. This is definitely dependent on the size cup you're putting on, that you can just, you just press it. And
wow. You can hear it spinning and doing
yes,
stuff.
so what it does, it spins the capsules instead of just running the hot water through. So it's spinning it and running the water through it. And that's what makes a coffee so creamy when it comes out. Because the coffee comes out with this foam on top of it. And there is no milk or anything in there right now. It's just going to be straight up coffee. But because it's spin it makes the coffee taste so much smoother. And it comes out with that, foam, and then just add a little bit of creamer if you like, or anything like this. And it's amazing.
So pretty. Like the texture of the coffee, it's like, it's
very creamy.
It almost looks like a piece of tiramisu top. Or
Yes,
something
it does.
like that.
That's what I'm saying. It comes out with the foam, there's a nice thick layer of foam on top of it.
Wow. Now, I know that people who are skeptical about this machine, they would say, oh, well, it's how much? Like roughly 75 cents to $1 per
I
cup
think
of
the
coffee?
most expensive one is like $1.25 comes up.
Now, that machine that Roland has, for instance, where he's like, oh, it's even cheaper, and he saves even more money, because he has the kind where it's like it's a silver metal thing.
Well,
and
that one only does espresso. That one is not going to do
Oh.
a regular American coffee.
Okay, so that one's very limited.
Yes. So that's why I like this. And that one is going to require some actual doing. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Here you just throw it in, you turn it on, you walk away, and you pick up your espresso. There you have to press it in, put it in, and then make sure you do it right. Because we used to have one of these before.
So should I show them what the coffee looks like?
Sure.
All right.
But these, I can't seem to get it out properly, but these barcodes will be different on each capsule. And it will spin a different way depending on which cup of coffee or which flavor or amount of caffeine you want in there.
Wow.
So
The foam looks so pretty. Okay.
Yes.
So what we're going to do is I'm going to bring this camera a little bit closer so y'all can really take a good look at how this coffee looks, because it's very pretty, and I kind of disturbed it, but you'll still get the effect. Ooh.
So this is double espresso. That's the size.
Oh, okay.
Yes. So, and then, these are capsules, the different ones. These are my favorite ones, the caramel. And then they have a lot of different flavors, too, you guys can choose from. Then you just put the water in here. And then, like I said, you have this container in the bag that eventually you empty it out one time. When you buy your capsules or pods or whatever you want to call them, they usually also give you a recycle bag with prepaid shipping and everything. So whenever you're done filling it up with your, empty coffee pods, you can just drop it off at UPS, or you can bring it to any Nespresso store.
Okay, so let me ask you this then. And this is, I think, what most people are probably thinking by now. How would you compare this to a Keurig or a regular coffee making machine? or like any of those other products that people have out there that make coffees? Like, what is your like at the living? Because we've had it how long?
A year. We had it
Okay,
a year.
we had it a year.
We finally decided to do the review on it.
So how would you compare it to those? Like, how would you rank this?
Well, I've had a regular coffee machine and I don't really like it. It just tastes like black water.
But most Europeans will say that.
Yes. Keurig, I think it's okay. I don't think it's all that. Like, I don't like the picking up the dirty capsule out of there and dripping everywhere. And the flavor does not compare to this. Like, we had Keurig before we got this.
Oh, we had a Keurig.
We had it, and we barely ever used it. It was such a rare occasion that we actually used that, that we used more just the regular coffee. Remember how we used to make the Vietnamese coffee?
Oh,
in the French
we
press?
used to use a French press.
Yes. That tasted a lot better than like anything else. But since we've got this, because I was kind of worried, I'm like, okay, we're going to spend all this money and this thing going to sit just like all other coffee machines. I use this thing pretty much every day.
Wow.
It's really rare that I don't use it. We're constantly buying these and it tastes amazing. So I think coffee tastes a lot better, a lot smoother. You have a lot more options, flavors, and amount of caffeine in each. Because I think Keurig gives you maybe 3 different levels.
Yeah.
Like this one really breaks it down.
So you break it down, $1 a day is 100 what?
$120. Right now, this particular machine is on sale for like $100.
So $100, 365 days a year. I mean, you do the math. It's like it really breaks your coffee expenses down. It brings them down a whole lot.
Yeah, and especially if you like Starbucks coffee or any fancy of those coffees, all I do is I buy flavored creamer. And I just add flavored creamer. And it comes out nothing, like no different than you would get, let's say, caramel macchiato at the Starbucks. And it's going to spend minimum $5.
Yeah, it's actually really, really good. I'm actually going to taste this right now and let y'all know how this tastes. Because these coffees are like
it's hot,
amazing.
so be careful.
It's so delicious. And this doesn't have any sugar, any creamer in it. But it is amazing.
Very smooth,
and very, very
isn't it?
smooth and very, very...
Can't do no sugar in the double
It has
espresso. I'm going to die.
It has that foaminess to it that's just amazing. Something you don't want when you're drinking a beer, but something that you do want when you're drinking whatever this thing is called right here.
And I think Nespresso has a great customer service because every time we go to a local mall and they have a stand in there. Anytime we go, they always give you a free coffee. So you can pick any flavors they already have open or new flavors. Like this is a new one, holiday flavor. This is vanilla princess cake. And this is like one of our favorites, which is caramel. Yeah. So, but a lot of people don't know that, but they do that all the time.
Yeah. So, Nespresso coffee machine, should you buy it or not? We absolutely think you should. It is amazing. We use this thing a lot. Well, Kat uses it a lot. I just drink from it a lot.
I mean, I've never used a coffee machine as much as I ever use this.
There you go. Boom. So go buy you one. These things are awesome.
Definitely worth the money.
Yep. KRT LYFE, KRT LYFE with the Y. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment, and let us know if you got one of these coffee machines, how you like yours, or if you found something that's even better and at a lower cost.
Yes, please do.
Coffee is expensive. All right, y'all. We out of here. Peace.